Well, hello everyone. TheOntarioGardener here, back with a brand new first look at a game called Builderment. Builderment is basically, it's like Earth has run out of resources. You travel to a distant world to harvest materials and build a factory capable of teleporting items back home to save the planet. So it's very similar to Factorio, Satisfactory, those type of manufacturing games. I'd say it's very more close to Factorio than anything. Let's just jump right into it. But the graphics are very minimal. You can say some things. We'll leave this as awesome world. These are world seeds. The seeds are relevant for me right now. Normal mode, world size 100%. You can change all these if you like, and then the amount of resources to make it a little bit potentially easier. Let's just jump right into it. So basically, you have a little bit of a tutorial here. You can kind of turn it off, but you can kind of not turn it off. You can turn this off like this, and then it'll let you do kind of what you want. So as you can see here, very kind of minimalistic in a sense. We have iron, we have stone, and as you zoom out, the patches get bigger. This looks very much like what? Like Factorio, of course. You have coal, you have wolframite deposit, you have copper ore, you have trees, of course. Here you have iron. It makes it look like you have a lot more than you actually do. Iron ore, you have stone. If you click on these, it doesn't really tell you how many is there. It just tells you what it is, more of this. And then I think that's pretty much it as far as resources on this map. There's more trees. So you can pretty much settle anywhere you want. Oh, it looks like there's some different things up here. This is going to be uranium, and I think that could be all of them. We have the blue, the red, the pink. So it's very much like Factorio. You want to be set up near iron, copper, and coal in a sense, but also trees. So I think this would be a very good starting area right here. So what we'll do is let's just start here and basically start with a couple items that you can build from. You have conveyor belts. Everything just costs money. That's like in the game, it's just money. Especially these type of buildings, it's just you have money, and that's that basically. But the first thing we have to do is put down a research lab, and I think we'll put it over here, just like that. And then the way you kind of check on things is you highlight it, you click on it, and you hit tab, and it tells you here what the buildings do, or if you can choose a recipe type thing. And then you have your recipes, or your technology is going to be here, and this tech tree is pretty hefty. The last thing you research is an earth teleporter, speed, lots of speed upgrades, and then here you have a earth statue. So the biggest things here, you have basically a couple tech trees. One is decoration type things. You have this one over here, which is metalworking, and then that goes into magnets and goes into metal frames. You have advanced belts, and here or maybe you're more so your upgrades. And as you can see, everything here requires items, basically. And this is how you get your research. Now, similar to how Factorio works, but also different, is this requires iron ingots and copper ingots, but they don't make science packs per se. They get sent into your research lab, and then that when they hit 25, then you unlock it, and then that unlocks copper wire, iron gear wheel, and this tells you in the parentheses what buildings make each thing here. But anyway, we got to start at the top, and first thing we can do, we need wood logs. Logs in general. So you basically do that by having an extractor. And now everything, you can rotate things by R. You have the little arrow, of course. So when you hold down shift, you can put out more than one. And the reason why I put out 4, well, it's for fun. If you hit tab, it tells you your speed, 7.5 a minute. Here are your tier upgrades, which we aren't at. We can't do any of these yet because we're not anywhere near these at all. So 7.5 a minute. Now, as far as a conveyor belt, it doesn't exactly tell you what is what here. We're going to drag all this to here. So basically you click, and then you can drag like that, and then you hit space to kind of build, and it gives you options to put from. But if you just hit C, it brings it back, and you can kind of do it like this, and then you rotate like that, and then this one can just go like this. This one can go like this, and you hit, I'm just holding down and writing R and pushing R here. Whoop, that one has to go this way, and that one is going to go that way, and there you go. Now the conveyor belts, they don't necessarily have, well, they have stats this way. It's kind of, some of it's a bit confusing. Basically, these can transport 150 items per minute, and these are producing 7.5. So 4 of these together are producing 30 per minute. So one of these belts can do 5 times this amount. So you could have literally 20 of these things on one belt. And everything's about money, and you get money based on items that are being put in. So wood, can we do it this way? I don't know if we can do it that way. Nope. If you can do it in here, basically, it doesn't necessarily tell you what wood is worth, so to speak, but it looks like one log is basically worth 1 coin. Now we can make a workshop and we can make our planks. And that's going to then bring us to making wood frames, which we have to unlock. So we need now a plank workshop. Now you may say, okay, well, do we keep feeding these into here? Well, yes and no. Because some things will require, actually I don't think anything requires wood anymore. So feeding these into here kind of really isn't worth anything. So, but in delete something, you basically click on this and you hit delete button. That's basically how you do it. Down here we have build, because it wants us to show us that we have a workshop to do. We're not going to do the workshop. Well, I guess we could do it right now, can't we? So a workshop, you place it down. You see the arrows there. You place it down, and then you have to click on it. And then you hit tab again, and the only recipe we can do right now is wood planks. So this here requires 1 log every 4 seconds to give you 1 plank every 4 seconds. So this is 1 every 4 seconds, right? We're producing right now, what? 30 per minute, which is 1 every 2 seconds. This requires 1 every 4 seconds. So guess what that means? That means that we can put a second one of these in here. Now, right now, we don't have things like splitters in the game, so you have to do things. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. I wanted another conveyor belt. And the way this kind of works is you don't have splitters yet, so you have to kind of do some silly stuff here, I guess you would say it. This one we're going to go straight like that, and then we'll do this one is you click on it and then you can rotate it up, because each one of these is now producing 15 per minute, which is 1 every 4 seconds, and this needs how many? 1 every 4 seconds. So it's pretty good like that. And the way the conveyors work, you have to place them and then you can turn them. So this will provide or keep up with this, because one's going to be coming in every 2 seconds, one's in, and then the other one's just basically waiting. And then there is a bit of a lull here. Well, I guess not, because it takes in more than one. It can kind of hold a couple. Max input is 15 per minute. So if we're feeding it faster, then that's fine. It doesn't really change anything. Now these are going to be feeding into the research lab, which nothing's in here yet, so I keep hitting the wrong button. Is you have your research up here. So guess what? We did 10 planks. Now we can unlock wood frames. Now wood frames are made, guess where? In a workshop. So what we're going to do is do we need planks anymore? I always like to see, do we need planks for anything else? No. We need wood log to unlock that. This needs frames, and then this needs frames as well. So right now we need frames and kind of logs. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, we're going to delete this, get rid of that, right? Going to build a workshop, and put that here. And now we can click on this and say, okay, so wood frames, basically you need, and these give you 1. So this is also similar to how Factory Town works, as you get money for items that you feed in. The more produced item, the more, refined item or whatever you want to call it, the more money you get. But you're basically getting the same amount of money here, because there's 1 plank is 1 coin, but 4 planks are 4 coins. So you're not really getting anything bonus here yet. It takes twice as long. So here it takes 4 every 8 seconds, which means that's needing 1 every 2 seconds, basically. And 1 every 2 seconds. And right now we're producing what? We're producing 1 every 4 seconds. So having 2 of these is 1 every 4 seconds, or 4 every 8 seconds is 1 every 2 seconds. So this will have a backlog, because this is now ratioed properly. And the question is, can you rename some of these? And I don't believe you can actually rename these. It just says workshop to it. So this is working as ratio to this. It just, this has a backup already, so it will always have a backup. Just kind of how the way that works. Alrighty, so here we're going to be pumping out to get smelters or furnaces. We need to start working. We need 10 of these. We could also start feeding a few wood. So I think what we'll do, and you can push more than one thing at a time on a belt. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple extractors here. And can I get off of that, please? Thank you. And I want to click on this, and I'm going to hit copy. So what I want to do here is go like this. Hit space, and then what I want to do is hit copy, and then go like this, hit space again, and then hit copy again. Oops, I didn't want to hit R. I wanted to hit copy again. Hit copy again. And you don't have to, these can go right in front of things because each extractor, each building is like a conveyor belt in a sense. So we can get out of this again, and we can hit copy, and we can drag it over to, actually, we can just drag it straight down like this, and then hit spacebar, and there you go. That's all you got to do, and because they will auto join each other, and you can feed this thing the same way. Because remember, each one of these has 150 items per minute. We're not producing anywhere near 150 items per minute. All right, it looks like we hit our 10 frames. Alrighty, so now we can start. This will work in the background as well. You can research more than one thing at a time. This will feed in wood as needed. This needs iron and iron, but the extractor upgrade needs frames, but it needs 100 frames. So this basically is just going to run. It's going to run and run and run. It's not going to hurt anything. There really isn't a, like, if you click on this and you click, there's no details, so it doesn't really run out, so to speak. But the next thing we got to do is we need to do iron, and we need to do copper. So the copper is the first one here. I think what we can do is let's get some belts going, because right now we can feed basically everything into this, and it tells you the cost down at the bottom. You have to click it, and then you have to hit spacebar to actually place the building down, which is fine. Okay, so let's go into here now. So we need extractors, of course. I'll do 4 again, because we don't know the rate at the, well, we do know the rate, because everything extracts at 7.5 per minute, basically. So it's pretty simple that way. Click on this, and then again, like I said, you just click and just drag this straight across, and then you place it, and then you hit copy. Not copy, you want to hit C for copy, and then you want to rotate like that. So you don't actually have to pull out and then rotate, you just rotate it as is. Okay, so we're producing right now 30 per minute. So basically 1 every 2 seconds in a sense. But what we can do is we can go into our build menu, and now we can do furnaces. And here's where you can place things right on top of other things, by the way. And here what you got to do is you go in here and you collect the recipes. So right now this basically takes 1 ore every 2 seconds, all right? And we're producing, based on this, we're producing 1 every 2 seconds, because we have 4 of these. 4 times 7.5 is 30 per minute, which is 1 every 2 seconds, and we're producing 1 every 2 seconds. Now, this will have a backup to it. Actually, I'm just going to move this back one as well, and click on this one and delete. And I want to hit D to delete it, but D isn't delete. But we can copy. We can go in here and we can copy this. So we're going to rotate that, and then whoa, there you go. Place it. Now this will always have a backlog because we started these before this, but basically it's going to be producing 1 every 2 seconds. 4 of these produce 1 every 2 seconds. So all we really got to do is replicate that down here at the iron ore, because we have to get this up and running as well. Let's see, where can we just do, what would be easier? This one, and then maybe this, that one, I guess. Good. Get some conveyor belts action going. We're going to do this, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do this, and we'll rotate it, and we'll just drag that one. You can't do that, though, unfortunately. That, it won't let you do it. You have to kind of rotate this one that way to make a T, which is kind of odd, I guess, but it's just the way that it's done. It'll automatically put them in here. I think this one's actually facing the wrong way. There we go. All right, so same deal down here. We can go into build. We can go into our furnace. We can put this one super close. Go into this. Now we're going to do iron. Iron is the same. It's the same recipe, basically. You can't have them doing 2 things at once. That's the only kind of thing that you have here. You can't do, which makes 100% sense. Of, we want to click this. Can I please click? Can I? What the heck? Why is it not letting me do it? There we go. What we're going to do is we're going to go like this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to hit spacebar, and then what we're going to do is we're going to join that to that one. Now, again, this is very basic graphics, so the belts don't actually move, which is kind of somewhat off-putting, I guess, but I understand why it doesn't. And here we go. Let's go all the way back up to our research center. Like I said, this holds 150 items per minute, so until you actually exhaust that, you can feed all kinds of things, because you only have 4 inputs. But you can build another research lab. It just costs 1,000 coins. You could place another lab way out here if you want, which would make a lot more sense probably than running belts, because it'd be quicker. So let's see where we're at. Oh, look at that. We're actually at 99. We can unlock. These are decorations, and then here this goes into decorations as well. This needs coal, stone, and then iron gears, a gear statue. They don't do anything. They're just decoration. Metalworking, to get copper wire and iron gears, we have no ingots yet of iron because we're just making iron. It should be coming in shortly, and then over here we're still working on our wood frame workshop. So one thing that you could do, which may be something later on, is basically combine all of these together. And then, or just figure out how many it would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So if you have 20 of these at 7.5, 4 of them is 1 every 2 seconds. If we have 5, that's basically 5 every 2 seconds, or 1 or 2.5 every second. So that's pretty good, 2.5 per second. But remember, these can hold. By seconds, this would be 2.5 per second. So 20 extractors can fill a belt. So that's one way to do it, to have like a huge mass production line going, and just have them all going to one belt, and then pulling furnaces off of each one, and you can figure out how many that is, and then you could really start laying it out. But for this, we're not going to do that. Here comes our first iron. There got to be 25 or something laying there, and then we can start getting into, well, this here, making copper wire and then making iron gears. And that's needed for, guess what? The next stuff, and then also for the next stuff. So I like doing the upgrade stuff because I find you get, I don't know what extractor tier 2 is. Does it tell you on here if you click on this? Does it tell you what tier 2 is? 150%. So instead of this going up to 15 per minute, it'll go up to what, 12, I guess, or 11.5. Would be 4, so like 11, 10.75, I guess would be where the speed would be, something like that. So it's not a crazy amount, but it's better than nothing. And that's where then you can then saturate the belts, you can get better belts, etc., etc. Just like here, you can get, here's faster belts. Or actually, this is belt splitters, and then here you have faster belts, 10%, distance +1, etc., etc. So, it's very much, Factorio-like, Satisfactory-like, where you basically are providing goods to upgrade to other goods. That's kind of how it's working. All right, we can now unlock copper wire and iron gears. So we want to come down here. We need copper wire, and here we need iron gears. Now here we don't need anything. Here, wood frame, metal frame. Do we need? See, here's now we don't actually need any of this stuff anymore. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come all the way back down here, and we're gonna delete this, and we're gonna delete that. Because we no longer need all of this here. And I should actually pull all of this back too. We're going to go all the way back to here. I don't need any of this belt. I will need the belt eventually, but for now I don't need the belt at all. So what we're going to do, we're going to come in here, we're going to copy this. We're going to do this. And we're going to see what we can do here. So we're producing, right now we're at ratio to produce 1 every 2 seconds. Okay. Now, we can't actually, a workshop is not what we actually, or sorry, a furnace is not what we wanted. We wanted to put this into a workshop. So here are decorations which don't do anything. Oh, they're just decorations. They don't do anything at all. Like they're decorations. So I don't really care to spend those right now. So we're going to go to a workshop. We're going to place that down here, and we're going to see the workshop. Now here we're getting things. Remember, we're producing 1 ingot every 2 seconds. That's what we're ratioed at right now. 1 every 2 seconds. This takes 2 every 4 seconds, which is what? 1 every 2 seconds. So we replace this. So you can see kind of how we're ratioing things here. This and these 4. Now again, there's a backup because there's a lull in the stuff. But this is ratioed to 1 of these, which is ratioed to 4 of these. Because like I said, we're producing 1 every 2 seconds. This one needs 2 every 4 seconds, or 1 every 2 seconds. You just take the lowest common denominator, whatever they call it, out of this. This can be divisible by 2. It gives you 1. This can be divisible by 4 or by 2, and it gives you 2. So there you go. And that's what we need to get our next research up and running. And that's going to be the same thing here. All right. So we're going to go in here. We're going to get another workshop going. Now we can tell are we assuming that this is going to be the same? The answer is no, it's not the same. This is 2 to 4, which is the same thing as 1 to 2. This now is 3 to 4. Which is not 1 to 2. This is not 1 to 2 like this one is. Basically, it's 1.5 to 2. So all that basically means is we got to come in here and we have to make another furnace, and we have to add 2 more extractors. That's basically the way you're going to have to do this. And this can come in here. You can click on this. Oops, sorry. Nope, this. And we're going to do copper. And then what we have to do is we have to add 2 more of these. Now, we can't split anything. That's the only kind of problem, but that's okay. We're going to come in here and do this and do that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to click let's click off this. We're going to click this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this one going into that. And then what we're going to do is take that one going up. We're going to copy it. We're going to go like this, that, and then this one here is going to go like that. So now we're basically doing a 3-to-1, which we don't have a splitter, so it's not going to exactly, because right now we're not producing, we're producing 22.5 per minute, and this needs, like, it's just because there's no splitters here, but it's still, it's good enough for what we're doing. Because right now the way it's ratioed is we're producing 1 per second basically, because we have 2 machines, 1 every 2 seconds or 1 per second. And this one here doesn't need 1 per second. It needs 3 every 4 seconds. So it's not ratio perfectly, but it's better than having it the other way. All right, we're funneling all these things. So what we can do is we can copy this and run this up like that, and then you can run the ingots up into here. It doesn't like take away anything. It's just not needed, because as you go along, you just basically need the thing above it. Now, are we gonna need coal anywhere else? And the answer is yes, we will need coal. We don't need coal. We need iron gears coming in. This is almost done. These are a lot more expensive because this is 1,000 extractors. The speed is 100 nanowire. We're not anywhere near that. We have no forges. So what we could do is look for, and again, there's no power in this game. Like, there's none of that, so you don't have to worry about that. So what I want to do is I want to go in here and build a bunch of extractors. And I think the way I want to do it is basically go like this. Oops, and I'm going to copy, and I'm going to go paste, 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 paste. So right now that is 7, 8, 9, and then let's just go an even 10. All right, we'll do that. Go into this, we'll go into the build, and then all I want to do is just put these on belts just to kind of have them. That way it's just ready to go, basically. Because you will need it for something. We don't know yet, but we will need it for something. Now, there are no storage bins as of now. Okay, so we can unlock what? A machine shop, and now we can make electromagnets. So we don't need wire coming anymore, right? Nope, 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 nope. Iron gears still, yes, and then here and here. So right now we can go back to this, and we can basically go delete, because now we don't need to make these right now. We need to make the next level up, which is going to be made in a machine shop. And the reason why this has 2 inputs is, well, we can actually put it here just to take a look at it, because it requires 2 things. So here we actually need iron ingots and copper wire. So this is a bit annoying because we're producing gears as well, and you can't, like, there are no splitters or filters. Or did we unlock that? Oh, we did unlock. The next one's going to be this one. We're almost done this one as well. All right, so what we're going to do is let's see what the new stuff is. A belt splitter. Let's look what that does. Can you program this? No. Okay, so never mind. You can't. Okay, you can't program it. So it's a splitter, but it's not a programmable splitter, because right now we need to make these. We need ingots coming in, and we need copper wire. Now, are we going to forget about ratioing things right now? Maybe. Do we need electromagnets? So electromagnet takes what? Copper wire and iron ingot. So are we going? We have something else now. Extractor tier 2. Boom. Do we need iron gears? We do. Okay, so that still has to. Oh, we unlocked this already. This requires iron gears. Yes, it does. So we still need iron gears. So what we can basically do is, well, we have to bring a whole new line in. Unfortunately, it's just the way that it's going to work. So this, we're going to come in here and we're going to choose copper wire and iron ingots. Now we're getting into some more complex. This is a 3-to-4 ratio. All right. This is a 3-to-4 ratio. Okay. Just keep that in mind where we're at right now. Just keep it in mind. This is going to come in like that. Okay. That's fine. And then we need the iron ingots, which are going to be 1 every 4 seconds. Down here, we're producing iron ingots at a rate of 1 every 2 seconds. So essentially, we could siphon off of this, but then we're still going to be short. So what do? we build more. We're just gonna put a copy of this one here, and I want to go in here. We actually want this just to be ingots, of course, and then we just need ingots out of this one. So let's just click on the extractors, build. Oh, I wanted to hit copy for C. So let's get a few more extractors going here. Trying to think. Well, this would probably be an easy 1, 2, 3, 4 extractors. We don't need 4 for this, by the way. We only need 2, but eventually I'll join all these together. So don't you worry. And what we'll do here is we'll just take this up, and you know what? Let's just do one of our undergrounds. I think we actually have to go into the build menu to get an underground. Boop, and then, oh, I see, and it's going to go like that then. Okay. That's okay. There we go. Now that's going to then produce more ingots, and that's exactly what we need right now. And this has to go on a separate belt. And now you can drag and do all this at one time, and then you hit spacebar, and there you go. So we're basically waiting right now for all of this stuff. We can hit copy, drag this, and drag that to that, and there you go. Okay, so now we're going to be producing electromagnets, which is what we need to get the machine shop, or sorry, we're down here now, to get metal frames. This basically just needs coal. So what we could probably do now is we can funnel the coal in. Where's our coal at? Our coal's all the way down here. So what we'll do is let's bring... Oh, I can't do it that way. Never mind. I have to click it like this. Come on. I want to just go like that and then figure out where to bring it across. Oh, this is okay. That's a 500 coins right there. But again, it's 500 coins versus 1,000 to build another one. You know what I mean? All right, this should be coming in. It is coming in now. Good. So we'll start producing. Now, this is all backed up because we have nowhere to put it, and there's no storage. We have no storage units right now, or storage bins, I guess you'd call it, or storage chests, so we can't overproduce. We can't just, overproduce. I wonder if this is going to move, actually. Let's find out. Pretty cool, though. And you can't turn the camera. You WASD, you move the middle mouse button does anything, right mouse moves, and the left mouse, basically, you can select things, but it doesn't, actually, hold on. We'll automatically put a, look at that. That's cool. It automatically will put the buildings on there. I didn't know they did that. Look at that. Hit B, and it all faces them a certain. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that it did that. All right, there we go. It is working. Look at that. Our first electromagnet. I love how they turn when they get to a corner. Like it simulates that the thing. So this should be pointing this way. Then look at that. How cool is that? All right, we're actually producing some. Let's see. Let's check our research. Workshop tier 2. I mean, I could really care less, honestly, about this, but when you send a gear through, it counts for this and also counts for this. It's not like it's just 1-to-1. It counts every time. Belt speed 10% will be good, and this requires. We're not anywhere near this yet. We don't have metal frames yet either, and we don't know how to make them because you can't. Now we're finally, we need 30 of those. Coal should be coming in here. Electromagnet machine shop. So remember, this is just one coming in. Here's two, etc., etc. And then here, we're working towards this one to another workshop. So it requires a lot more items. Where is our cola? This is going to go so fast because how fast we're extracting right now. Well, I mean, I should say what's been built up. And we're going to work towards getting coal power plants because I'm sure some of these buildings... let's see. We have electric furnaces, maybe? Manufacturers, they may take electricity. Let's see what else may take. Industrial factory may take electricity. Some of these other things may take electricity. It doesn't say. There isn't anything else about power down here. Requires gold. Ooh. That's a vault. Gold vault. What? Are there storage units somewhere? I thought it'd be nice if there'd be like storage units, but I don't believe there is. This is just belt speeding. There's these 20,000 iron gears. So you can see how fast, not how fast, but like what is needed to get the last thing is like matter duplicator, and that takes this and it takes this. It's like it's so complex. And again, it's how do you want to lay it out? Oh, this is going to go super fast, by the way, the coal. Look how fast it's going. This is ticking up. This is ticking up. This is ticking up. This is ticking up. This one's almost finished, 10%, which is going to be great. Might as well just wait here because it's 96 every 2 seconds. 97, 1, 2, or maybe 3 seconds. Whatever it is, 98, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, I mean, you could really start mass producing items here if you want. Not, I shouldn't say mass producing. what I should say, what does this now need? This takes, okay, these all take iron gears. So we're going to keep feeding iron gears, and there you go. So one thing that would be good is if you have the money for it, actually we can do the coal power plant too, is I want to see what does the power plant look like. Increases the speed of nearby factories while consuming the input effect. Ooh, that's cost 2,000 coins. So, okay, so you can choose what it does. Ah, that's cool though. That's really, really cool then. So you can give like buffs to things. You know, when the belt speeds go up, etc., etc. It's gonna be really, really cool. So we do have an upgrade though. Let's see. Is it the extractor upgrade? Let me see. What upgrade did we get? It is extractor upgrade. Now, do we have to upgrade these manually? Oh, it costs money to upgrade. So I think right now, maybe we'll just not upgrade it because we don't need to upgrade right now. But I think one thing that I want to keep plugging away at the research, but I also want to like go somewhere else and just start mass producing things. Like if you could go like this and you could hit B, it would call like these are all the extractors and basically connect all these together. Eventually you're going to run out of belt. You're going to have belt problems, of course. But we have a nice little factory going here. I mean, makes it look like the patches are huge from this far away. We are a little dinky city. I mean, if you go like on Steam and you look at like the little videos of things that are a lot more advanced than I am, it's really, really cool to see. As you can see here, we have tons of iron ore coming out. You know what we could probably do? We could probably make another gear workshop. I don't really know. And you could really ratio things if you want, but then as soon as you get an upgrade, you have to like unratio it, right? Eventually we will need, do we need stone for really anything else other than this stuff over here? Rock. No, these are all just decorations. Yeah, none of these do literally anything. So we don't need to get any of this stuff. All right, so Electromagnets, we're doing this. We're almost done with this. Iron plating, then we got to get sand. Ooh, so we do need stone then. So we can come over here and we can start getting a little bit of stone set up. And basically we can just do something like this. Hit B to make extractors. This one obviously can't go here, so we don't actually need that many. Let's go into our build mode here. It'd be nice to have like a storage box, but there is no storage boxes. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good enough, I think. And then the belt is just going to go like this. Do that, and then we're going to hit C, copy. Done, and this one can basically go that way, and then we're going to copy it. Oh, I could just do it. I'm not sure why did I do it that way. Hold on. Let's just do it like this and just delete the whole shebang here. C, and we're just going to go do, and then do. Oh, it won't actually connect that way. Okay, and we'll just do this, and then we'll just do that, and we'll do this one this way, and then we'll do that. There we go. Okay, so now they're all just making stone. There's no like power requirements or anything. All right, Electromatic machine shop, or sorry, metal frame is what the next thing is, and then we can get to silicone. Okay, so let's see what do we need now? Well, we need to make. What did we just unlock, by the way? We just unlocked. We need a machine, a machine shop, which is this one. So I wonder what those two things require. Let's go into here. So it takes wood frames. Okay, here we go. Now we need to go back to having wood. So I think one thing that might be kind of cool to do is get a bit of a bus system going. Because again, this is similar to Factorio, similar or not. So where else do we have? Do we have a decent amount of resources elsewhere? Not really. Well, up here isn't bad. So I think we should almost like start having like a bus system. I think that'd be a cool thing to start, I guess. Or we can work on that maybe. Is there a way to like mass do this? So basically we're going to do that. And then we're going to hit spacebar and we're going to hit C. We have to be careful about money a little bit, I think. So let's just start doing 2 lanes of everything with leaving lots of space in between. C again. Whoop. See again. Let's just start off with 2 lanes of everything. I have no idea how much we're going to end up. Needing. I have no idea. We gotta be careful with our cash a little bit. So we have wood, copper, and this is not gonna be raw. It's gonna be processed because I don't think anything takes regular wood anymore. We also have stone up here, which will be okay. But I think maybe what we should do is trying to think. Maybe we should just bump it up to having 4 lanes of something. Because eventually I think we will need it, right? And we have the money to do so. So leave the center for wood. Because we will need wood eventually. We just got to be careful on money right now. I think we're just kind of burning through money pretty well right now, but that's okay. As long as we're putting something into the research, we're going to get something out of it. Like as long as we're putting something into here, we're going to get money out of it. That's basically the way it works. Okay, so what did we unlock? Snowman, like who cares really? That doesn't really mean anything. Because if you click on the item that you're producing, it tells you what you get for it. Right, this is a significant increase because ingots would give you. Oh, this is actually iron plating now. Ooh, that takes a lot more things. We're not anywhere near that yet, by the way. So you'll get money coming in, but I want to start a little bit of a bus system here, and then I think what I want to do is, let's see, what will it cost to extractor all of these? 400. That seems like a lot, doesn't it? Not really, I guess. Oops. That just seemed like a lot, though, 400. But I think we'll make it back. Let's do it. Do it. Then what you got to do, basically, is bring everything down to a center, well, the bus system, basically. And then what we want to do, I mean, is there like a mass copy-paste button? Ooh, maybe there is. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, that's awesome. How do we do that? Oh, okay. Can you shift click? Oh my gosh, look at that. Is that not cool? Oh my gosh, we're literally out of money. We literally burned through all the money we had. Uh-oh, yikes. But we can also go in here and put splitters in, which I think would be kind of a cool thing as well. Oh, I didn't want to... Oh, if you... Wait, what? How did I do that? How did I turn the map? What? How did I turn the map? I don't want to turn it. I want to turn it back the other way. What button did I hit? What did I do? I somehow turned the map. I got to figure out how to turn that back because I don't want the map facing that. I don't want it that way. I'm not sure what I did, but I think what we'll do, guys, let's end the episode here. So, like, we have our basic factory, little factory. I don't know what I hit shift something and it did something. I don't know what it was. Doesn't matter, and I'll figure out in how to change this. So right now we're producing money. And I mean, you could be producing the basic stuff. Like right here, what we could do is what we should do is let's just do this real quick. Let's go in here. Let's split this. We'll hit, nope, we want to click on this and we'll hit C. And all we want to do is just do this. Oops, sorry. Do this. And then join this to this. Because we want to still produce, right? We still want to produce things. Because if you come down here, extractor, you're still going to be, oh, that's not the right. So this isn't going to give you any. We need to come in here and get these ingots out. Let's go and click on this and we'll hit copy and let's just split this. And we're going to click on this. We're going to hit C. Will it automatically put it underground? It does automatically put it underground. How awesome is that? And then let's just go up to here and let's just join all these together. Because we might as well get money for the excess stuff. Which obviously we have excess stuff. Because if you go in here, your furnace, you're going to get 1 coin for this. So this is where the factory town comes into play. The more advanced things you make, the more money you make, but you still want to pump in basic generic things. We may actually be exhausting this belt right now. We may be filling the belt because it's stopping here. Ooh. I think what we need to do is not do it this way. Let's come in and, oh, let's, hold on. Let's go and let's join it to the copper. I mean, it's way out of the way, but let's do it that way. And then you can basically select all these and then hit delete. There we go. I think that will be better now. It won't completely jam it up, which it still may jam it up, honestly. Still may jam it up. But what we could do then, we could come in here again. We could put another splitter in like this. Right? Split it this way. And then do that. Check that out. Now we're going to... It doesn't matter how it gets in here. As long as it gets in here somehow. Now we're making some serious cash. All right, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to end the episode here. Next episode, we're going to come back and we're going to start getting a bus system underway because this is working right now. Well, we have to hook everything up, get everything hooked up, which shouldn't take too long because if you click and drag, it'll automatically put undergrounds in here, and the whole copy paste thing with this is great. We're going to have this has to go into furnaces, by the way. Let's just place a couple furnaces so I don't forget that we actually have to place furnaces here somewhere, which are going to be probably like dish, at least like this, something like that. And then we'll do the same thing for the iron ore, which is going to be up here, and we'll start making some cash. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This is a fun little game. Well, I shouldn't say little game. There's a lot to do in the game. It's just very kind of simple, but as you go up and up and up, you're going to have a lot more things. Like, look at our research tech tree here. Like, you have crazy. This can go up to, what? Belt speed 20%. These are stackable. So 10%, 10% is 30, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200. This is Earth tokens, Earth teleporters, like 200 200 speed or 300 speed. So that's crazy, crazy fast. Kind of like Factorio of yellow belts, red belts, and blue belts type of thing. But I think it's going to be really, really cool to set some mass production bus system set up here. I'm really looking forward to doing that. And we're definitely going to tackle this as a series, and we'll see what happens. So, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, please consider leaving me a like as well as a comment. Do you like things like this? I think they're really, really cool. It's something new. It's something similar to Factorio, Factory Town, Satisfactory, but it's still brand new concept. I like the grid system. It's going to work out, guys. All right, hit that subscribe button, tick the bell notification icon, and as always, catch you guys next time.